Spoons, thanks for joining us. Another 3 points this afternoon. What did you make of it?
Pleased, yeah. I think it was a proper game of football, and when I say a proper game of football, I mean it was very competitive. It was played at good tempo, in a good spirit, both teams wanting to go for it, a little bit of a local derby, and the ref played a part in that as well. I think, you know, I'm not saying because he gave us a penalty, but I thought it was a penalty. He spoke to their manager and it was a penalty, but he just let the players get on with it. You know, some tackles went in and that's fine. It's just in the laws of the game, and you crack on with it. And so, you know, really well done to the ref, but well done to both sets of players as well.
To come back from behind after a little bit of a slow start as well, what does that show about the boys' character?
Again, character, yeah, definitely. They made it hard for us because they got everyone behind the ball, and we took a little while to work it out, and we tweaked a few things at half time, but then they changed their press and came after us rather than sitting, so that asked another question of us, and I think we didn't control the game as well as I would have liked to have, but you know, sometimes you have to give credit to the opposition because of their press, and so we mixed it up a little bit, went longer at times than that, and we got some joy through that, and then, you know, the penalty was a great bit of build-up play, great ball from Josh Holm, great run from Junior, and you know, he took his penalty very well.
And to bounce back from the defeat in the Senior Cup earlier in the week as well, how nice was that?
Yeah, that's nice. You know, we said before the game that any team worth its salt who's serious, you know, they never lose back-to-back games. And if I'm right in saying, I don't think we have all season. You know, when we've been beat the next game, we've made sure that we got back on it. So they did it again today, and you know, really well done to the players. Very pleased with their attitude and that, because it's a real tough schedule. We're picking up a few injuries now. I think this is probably about the 5th or 6th week where we've had 2-3 games a week, and it's taken a toll on the squad at the moment.
And there were some great balls into the box today, especially from Josh Holm and Harley Hamilton. Did you feel like you could have scored more in the end?
Oh yes, most definitely. And it was the same the other night at Racing Club. And you know, I don't want to berate the lads, but you know, they've got to take some responsibility. You know, you ask the wide players to deliver, which they have done, and then it's about getting in the box and taking a gamble at times. And the other night and tonight, this afternoon, we didn't get enough people in the box. They've got to go and take a gamble. That's bread and butter for a striker. You know, you get 5 or 6 goals a season extra on your tally there. It's like the old Gary Lineker, you know, 6-yard box. And it's the saying, you know, you make one run for yourself and one for the defender. We're not doing that at the moment. We're not moving the defender.
That being said, were you really pleased with the way you dictated the game today?
Yeah. I thought we dictated it in the first half because of their tactics, and I just spoke to their manager, and he said that it wasn't their game plan to sit behind the ball, but because we dominated the ball, we kept them penned in and they couldn't get out, and we was concerned about getting done on a counter attack, which proved to be the case. But generally, yeah, I think the speed of passing could be better at times, but you know, when we got it wide and said to them, just leave the wide men alone to get at them, and then we got crosses in the box, and it would like to yield a little bit more fruit from it.
And finally, I think that's 7 games unbeaten in the league now. How pleased have you been with how you performed in this period?
Yeah, they've been great. I think, you know, we said this, you know, we've had this chat many times, and from how far they've come, they're a good tight-knit group and they trust one another, and I think we saw that in the last 10 minutes where they were throwing their bodies at it and getting blocks on and that, because they want to do well for one another, and they're a good group, but you know, now we need to possibly look to get 1 or 2 out on loan, part of their development, and bring the young ones through, and they've got their FA Youth Cup on Monday, so we'll see how they do with that, and we, you know, hope that they do well in that. But then we've got to start looking to bring 1 or 2 of the younger 18s in and start drip feeding them in.
Spoons, thank you very much.
Thanks very much.